Good morning and welcome to you all. I'm delighted to declare the ceremony for the presentation of graduates of the Royal Veterinary College for the conferment of degrees and awards now open.
Do please be seated. I'm not sure whether I should say as mother of the bride, but you may now remove your hats. And gentlemen, please keep your jackets on, at least for the moment. Good morning, everybody. My name is Stuart Reid, and it's my enormous privilege to be President and Principal of the Royal Veterinary College and to welcome you to this happiest of days at our institution and to these fantastic surroundings. Central Hall, Westminster is a really important place. It was the scene of the very first gathering of the United Nations. It was the scene of a Gary Barlow Christmas concert, and of course an RVC graduation, probably somewhere in between those two. As we get together to enjoy this special day, we remember those, of course, less fortunate than ourselves, those people who have not been able to join us for whatever reason, and at this time particularly those in strife, and particularly the Ukraine, I should say. One thing I should say right at the outset, this is a very full room, and I recognise that we are still at a stage in a pandemic. Those of you who wish to wear masks, please feel free to do so. I can tell you 10 days ago, having been 2 years and 3 months clear of it, I got COVID. I've tested for the last 5 days and I am clear, so all good. Could I, first of all, introduce to you the podium guests this morning. So on your far left, we have Eleanor Ferguson, who is the Registrar of the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons, Dr. Melissa Donald, who is the brand new President of the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons, of not even a week standing, I think, Melissa, is that right? You've already met the Chair of our Council, Baroness Young of Old Scone, then David Church, bound to the home team, I think known to some of you, Jill Maddison, and Hilary Orpet. This is a really important day for us. It's going to be very warm. If I could say one word about applauding, if you could keep it very short in between individuals, graduates, that would be great, because we could be here at 3 o'clock this afternoon, and I only think the temperature is going to go up. And so with that, could I now call on Baroness Young to provide the oration, proposing Don Curry, Lord Curry of Kirkcaldy, for a fellowship of the Royal Veterinary College. Thank you.
Can I present the honorand for the fellowship, Lord Curry of Kirkcaldy. Being a Scot, I can actually roll my R's to say Kirkcaldy. President and Principal, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very honoured to deliver the oration for the award of Fellowship of the RVC to Lord Curry of Kirkcaldy. It's slightly unnerving to be doing my first graduation with him as an honorary graduate, because he, of course, conducted many graduations here over his period as chairman of our council. But he's been a leader in several fields, in farming and food, in better regulation, in his tireless work in the House of Lords, and of course for 7 years here as chair of the Council of the Royal Veterinary College. Now, we would normally have been uttering words of praise and thanks 3 years ago when he stood down as our chair, but somehow something intervened. Yes, a global pandemic. But now is the hour, and we're delighted to have both Lord and Lady Curry here today. Don's first career was as a successful farmer in Northumberland, where he still lives. But as is the way with talented people, he rapidly became acknowledged as a leader. And following his appointment to the Meat and Livestock Commission in 1986, he became the chairman of the commission for 8 years, including steering it through the horrors of BSE and the foot and mouth disease outbreaks, which were not easy times for farmers or indeed for vets. As a result, he became the go-to farmer for private and public appointments. As a board member and then chair, you'll notice there's a pattern here. He gets himself onto a board and within 5 minutes he's the chairman of it. As a board member and then a chair of the NFU Mutual Insurance Company and as a Crown Estate Commissioner. But it was then that he gained the distinction that I am deeply, deeply envious of. He chaired the Policy Commission on the Future of Farming and Food, which made its influential report to government in 2002, the Curry Report. Now, having a report named after you that's still quoted 20 years later, how good is that? And when it became clear that Boris was going to make Brexit happen and that the Common Agricultural Policy would no longer hold sway in the United Kingdom, cries went up, we must have another Curry Commission. Deeply, deeply envious. Apart from eponymous fame, his outstanding contribution to public life was recognised by the award of a CBE for his services to agriculture in 1997. He was made a Knight in 2001, and in October 2011, he was appointed as a crossbench peer in the House of Lords through the People's Peers process, which is unbesmirched by any political influence. Those in more elevated places than the Lords, I'm not sure there are such folks, also valued his wisdom, and Don became a founding trustee of the Prince's Countryside Fund and has been chair since 2016. And the government clearly valued his advice and ability to get things done when they appointed him as the chair of the Better Regulation Executive, from where he gave me a tough time when I was chief executive of the Environment Agency, one of the UK's biggest and, if I may say so, best regulators. In his private capacity, he was a founder of At Home in the Community, a charity providing care and support for people with learning disabilities, which he chaired until 2014. And he's still involved in charitable work on development in South Sudan. Don came to the RVC as chair of council in 2012. With his background, he very much recognised the essential relationship of the food and farming sector with the veterinary world. During his time, he ensured better facilities for students through the Camden campus renovations and the creation of the Sport and Wellbeing Centre. The college achieved its first place ranking in the important QS Global Quality League table and a good performance in the Research Excellence Framework, which has only been surpassed by our excellent performance in the recent REF. He helped secure the college's biggest ever financing deal, 40 million, to deliver the improvements to teaching and research accommodation on the Hawkshead campus. And he even, in his spare time, had time to do a governance review and bring the council, our governing body, from the 1700s into the 21st century. He has 3 personal attributes that also make him special. He introduced, I was going to say single-handed, but it might be single-footed, loud socks into the council of the RVC. He shares a love of donkeys with the principal, which means they must be both thoroughly good people. And he does all this with an air of total unruffled calm. We were very blessed to have him as our council chair, and so, President and Principal, I am delighted to present Lord Curry of Kirkcaldy for the award of the Fellowship of the Royal Veterinary College.
I present to you those candidates who have achieved the foundation degree in science in veterinary nursing. Sarah Grace Adcock. Olivia Abby Karma Allen. Danielle Victoria Ashton. Emily Charlotte Baker. Chloe Jane Baldwin-Dean. Bethany Sarah Bell. Kaylee Beveridge. Hannah Louise Bowley. Olivia Jade Boucher. Emily Marie Colebrook. Abby May Jack. Olivia May Dean. Shauna Denston. Casey Laura Ellis. Lydia Jordan Firth. Flora Fox, who is the winner of the prize for first place. Rebecca Elizabeth Brewer. Mia Abigail Haig. Molly Louise Hart. Rebecca Christina Hibbins Butler. Ella Francis Hicks. Cade Owen Johnston. Jasmine Charlotte Jordan. Sophie Ann Lewis. Amelia Rose Alice Lomas. Eloise Mary Lott. Charlotte Matthews. Caitlin Storm Morton Hetherington. Bethany Ann Muggeridge. Olivia Charlotte Nichols. Lauren Elizabeth Oates. Miller Jolene Osborne. Emily Jane Reynolds. Alex Skye Richardson. Georgia Lucy Anna Rose Edwards. Nicola Ann Spears. Jessica Frances Terry. Emma Jane Thomas. Simran Eva Vernon. Saskia Olivia Wormsley. Annabelle Rebecca Ward. Simone Georgina Wood. Emma Charlotte Wiles. Artemisi Kaisa Farah. That concludes the candidates who have achieved a foundation degree in veterinary nursing. Please join us in congratulating these students. I present to you those candidates who have achieved the foundation degree in science in veterinary nursing and the Bachelor of Science in Veterinary Nursing. Beth Jane Briggs. Kate Burrows. Lou Callan. Jennifer Ann Crane. Luben Iliev Jagdanov. Luben is the joint winner for prize for first place. Lauren Grace Ellen Fisher. Lucy Lee Fox. Tara Dawn Freeman. Samantha Elizabeth Gentle. Megan Jennifer Gardner. You can shout again now. Okay. Samantha Elizabeth Gentle. Elizabeth Hattersley Hoskinson. Isabella Grace Jacobs. Chloe Nicole Kinley. Nicole Man Tim Lee. Stephanie Victoria May Levine. Alexandra Jade McConnell. Jenna Sarah Parkin, who is joint winner for the prize for first place. Emily Pocock. Lauren Victoria Sharp, who is joint winner for the prize for first place. Jack Robert Smith Wallace. Emma Margaret Stennen. Lily Francesca Louise Thomas. Iona Wednesday Wilkinson. Shalom Sarah Joy Ikamidi Yates. This concludes the presentation of the Veterinary Nursing Awards.
I present to you those candidates who have achieved the Bachelor of Veterinary Medicine. Nicholas Richard James Abbott. Morgan Agula. Zena Louise Al-Kalabi. Heather Kate Alderson. Urte Alexandra Vichute. Holly Alicia Allison. Gabriella Anzola Pinot. Emma Louise Apt. Madeline Alea Bacon. Katie Nicole Baker. Megan Charlotte Baker. Sarah Elizabeth Ballantyne. Laura Rachel Bartlett. Anissa Basa. Eleanor Bain. Anna Louise Beardsley. Joe Benjamin Thomas Bennett. Leanna Judy Bezick. Zachary Joseph Bickett. Nicoletta Elaine Bird Meta. Charlotte Victoria Blackburn. Alex Blencarn. Benjamin John Blowers. Rebecca Jane Bostock. Kieri Sophie Marianne Brooke. Charlotte Hannah Brooke. Threnody Aoife Brown Early Clark. Ariana Brinolo. Georgia Isabella Buck. Janet Marie Barrigo. Poppy Catherine Besian. Ariane Bazari. Kieran David Campbell. Dominique Felicity Carver. Thomas Cheong. Matty Clarkson, who is the winner of the Student Union Prize for the most outstanding contribution to RVC Students' Union and student life. Erica Christine Clifford. Sarah Ann Cole. Megan Vicky Coleman. Rivers Annie Cook. Nathan James Cook. Georgia Abigail Cooper. Margot Laura Corp. Phoebe Caitlin Crosser. Madeline Emma Cousins. Sarah Christine Cavo. Alicia Jane Cowley. Charlotte Louise Cox. Olivia Katie Craddock. Ewan David Cragg. Emily Jane Craig. Sophie Lauren Cranfield. Asia Louise Crawford. Chelsea Kimberly Crossingham. Adam Charles Church Crowther. Hannah Louise Dulford. Francesca Ann Daniels. Daisy Maria De Roy. Jason Dayrenlau. Olivia Rose Di Bonaventura. Francesca Di Franco. Jasmine Cilia Di Petro. Alicia Denise. Shawned Kerrys Donovan. Leah Lindy Dumane. Rebecca Louise Downing. Grace Alice Dudley. Nicholas Freeland Dunker. Chloe Eberhard. Gemma Georgia Edgecombe. Megan Lee Fairfield. Shona Farish. Poppy Elizabeth Fennell. Samuel Benjamin Fenton, who is the winner of the SU Prize for the most outstanding contribution to RVC Students' Union and student life. Ellis Hope Fennick. Constance Mary Ann Fisher. Charlotte Daisy Alice Fletcher. Gregory Paul Forrest. Emma Marianne Foster. Zacharias Andrew Frenick. Hayley Elizabeth Freer. Elliot Paul French. Georgina Louise Gallo. Stuart Stephen Godding. Madeleine Rose Gosby. Sarah Hewitt Gosling. Stephen Christopher Grenhow. Grace Victoria Grimsey. Sophie Marie Groombridge. Jennifer Ruth Hagan. Elizabeth Alice Hall. Lauren Elizabeth Hall. Nicole Ann Hartman. Nicole Marie Hawkins. Joel Henderson. Eden Maria Hermsen. Georgia Hesp. Gabriella Hettershey. Caitlin Elizabeth Hickey. Lauren Emma Hickson. Catherine Hart Hobson. Georgina Hopkins. Millie Charlotte Rose Hopper. Rhiannon Elizabeth Hucker. Bronte Huckett. Miles Huglin. Keita Daisy Hull. Morgan Fleming Humber. Chloe Hutchison. Isabel Izkaede Hull. Amy Rebecca Jackson. Christy Ashton James. Arielle Tabitha Rose Johnson. China Perry Joyce Johnson. Emily Jones. Megan Jones. Rebecca Ann Justice. Melissa Rebecca Dawn Keeler. Elizabeth Alice Kewen. Alexandra Eileen King. Katie Sienna Kingsley. Erin Kirchen Brown. Molly Ann Kirk. Alyssa Emma Knight. Beth Amy Cranes. Kerry Krakow Blanchard. Jonathan Michael Lai. Jimmy Lamb. Tiffany Lamb. Valerie Hei-Shun Lee. Kirsten Marion Lehman. Demi Evan Lynette Dawson. Hamish Leslie. Alexandra Lesniak. Cherry E. Lamb. Martin Paul Serge Litviakov. Hannah Louise Locke, who is the winner of the Mordun Foundation Prize for Research Project 2 and also the winner of the Royal Agricultural Society of England for Research Project 2. Annabelle Tosca Lustrick. Lucy Emma Lynch. Sophie Nicole McIntosh. Michael Paul McConaughey. Robert David McGee Jr. Michelle Tiana Marshall. Grisel Martinez Traverso. Natalie Barbara Maxwell. Eleanor Margaret May. Harriet Rebecca McCausland. Alice Frances Davida McKee. Rodolfo Alfreda Medina. Abigail Elizabeth Melvin. Rena Grihada Menon. Honor May Moggeridge. Jennifer Lily Moorcroft. Neve Gracie Moore. Sasha Ray Morch Monstend, who is the winner of the Derek Taverner Prize for the Best Research Project 2. Fatima Aisha Muhammad. Annie Moura. Diana Nash. Callum Andrew Naylor. Tobias James Newport. Jasmine Ealing Ng. Olivia Shan Nicholas. Roisin Brianna Noon. Jasmine Antoinette Nurse Francis. Alice Martha O'Fagan. Liam Andrew O'Brien. Lucy Ann Odell. Catherine Owen. Rashi Ritesh Parikh. Elizabeth Ann Parker. Hannah Emily Parker. Jay Naren Patel. Timothy George Pestel. Harry John Peters. Michaela Peters. Patricia Ann Peters. Adam John Phoenix. Tegan Jane Pope. Ruby Rebecca Powell. Imogen Charlotte Gratian Prickett. Alexandra Talbot Pryor. Sophie Louise Pukeko. Michelle Monir Razadeh. Isabella Bradamente Pavana Regina. Taylor Shell Renfro. Emma Maria Louise Reimer. Alice Bernadette Ritchie. Benjamin Ritchie. Anatella Miracle Ravetzi. Margaret Ann Ricks. Holly Jean Roberts. Shannon Jamie Jessica Roberts Steele. Louise Brooke Robson. Bethany Marie Roof. Melissa Jane Raphael. Alice Emily Russell Stretch. Jacob Michael Rutt. Megan Rosemary Sadler. Chanuki Hishira Sahabandu. Jaya Sahoto. Monica Shalkoskaite. Lauren Elizabeth Jane Saunders. Lauren Emily Savage. Sophie Ellen Scotter. Laura Sarah Scowen. Leanne Marie Seastrom. Elizabeth Diane Sharples. Yung Fen Shay. Morgan Bree Shipka. Rachel Annie Silla. Divyushri Samani. Alana Antoinette Spencer. Eleanor Stacey Stevens. Tess Staley. Tabitha Emily Sternberg Allen, who is the winner of the Coleman Medal for the Best Equine Project. Catherine Louise Stott. Michael Tyler Stiles. Michael Sugimoto. Kirsten Emma Sutherland. Julian Yong Yian Tan. Kylie Soraya Tatro. Georgia Elizabeth Taylor, who is the winner of the Vial de St. Bell Medal for first place in final year. Rory Eamon Taylor. Benjamin Ian Tench. Bethany Nadine Thomas. Charlotte Elizabeth Blades Thompson. Annabelle Suzanne Thorpe Tracy. Rachel Toefield. Peter Jung Lai Tse. Grace Sophia Twitchett. Floris Jan Wolfhart van den Nuert. Ella Marie Wakeland. Daniel Thomas Webb. Quentin Harold William Wedmore. Julia Marie Wegley. Sarah Ann Welton. Sophie Alexandra Wesley Reid. Hayley Louise Whiton. Alison Michelle White. Kirsty Ann Wilson. Victoria Charlotte Wise. Owen Woods. Arlam Denise Ewan. Mal Gosha Zuadna. This concludes the presentation of the graduands. Please join me in congratulating them. Chairman, Principal, President, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Julian Yong Yian Tan, who is the winner of the University of London Betul Prize for first place over all years of the Bachelor of Veterinary Medicine course.
So congratulations to our newest graduates. Very well done indeed. And there's more to come. At this point in the proceedings, I now stand back from the lectern and hand over the proceedings of this event to the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons. And I ask the Registrar, Eleanor Ferguson, now to come up and introduce the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons to those of you who don't know about it already, and indeed our President, who will be administering the declaration. Thank you.
Thank you, Principal. I'm delighted to be here this morning for this section of the proceedings, the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons admission ceremony. I'm sure that those of you who are about to become fully fledged veterinary surgeons and registered veterinary nurses will understand the significance of what is about to take place when shortly the RCVS President, Dr. Melissa Donald, will ask you to make your declaration to become a member of the College. But for those family and friends who may not be aware, I will take just a moment to explain. Although the Royal Veterinary College and the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons sound very similar and are often confused, we actually have different roles. While the RVC is a veterinary school, and a global #1 at that, the RCVS is principally a statutory regulator, though we also have a role under Charter to lead the veterinary professions. Veterinary surgeons need to be registered with the college in order to practice in the UK. Veterinary nurses need to be registered with us in order to carry out specific delegated tasks. Being on the register requires the meeting of educational standards, which your graduation confers, and staying on the register means keeping up to date and abiding by the Code of Professional Conduct. But people do often get confused. This means that when Mr. Angry rings up to tell me that the students have been running amok in Camden, we can pass them on to Stuart. When Stuart gets a call to say veterinary surgeon X has done something inappropriate, I'm sure he has great pleasure in pressing that one back to us. Of course, it was even more confusing that year when we had the RVC principal also as the president of the RCVS. So once you stop being Stuart's responsibility, you become ours. There is a sweet spot right now when you have graduated but not yet registered, when technically you can do what you like, but that moment has very nearly passed. And with that, I'm delighted to hand over to our President, Dr. Melissa Donald, to conduct the ceremony for the admission of graduates to membership of the College.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Eleanor. So this is the part of the day's proceedings when you formally take up the title of veterinary surgeon or registered veterinary nurse, the culmination of all those years of hard work. I would like to invite both our new veterinary surgeon and veterinary nurse graduates to please stand and repeat the declaration after me, line by line. I promise and solemnly declare that I will pursue the work of my profession with integrity and accept my responsibilities to the public, my clients, the profession, and the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons. And that above all, my constant endeavour will be to ensure the health and welfare of animals committed to my care. I would now like the veterinary surgeons to please be seated and the veterinary nurses to remain standing while I read the response to you. In the name of the Council of the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons and by virtue of the power conferred upon them by the Royal Charter and by Act of Parliament, I do hereby admit you as associates of the said Royal College and by the same power do confer upon you the right to be styled registered veterinary nurses and to be known and deemed and recognised henceforth as duly qualified members of the veterinary nursing profession. I would now ask the veterinary nurses to please be seated and the veterinary surgeons to stand again for the response. In the name of the Council of the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons and by virtue of the power conferred upon them by the Royal Charter and by Act of Parliament, I do hereby admit you as members of the said Royal College and by the same power do confer upon you the right to be styled veterinary surgeons and to be known and deemed and recognised henceforth as duly qualified members of the veterinary profession. If the nurses would just like to stand up once again, and we'll just have one final big cheer for you all. Thank you. Please be seated. Congratulations, you are our newest veterinary surgeons and registered veterinary nurses. Yes, you have done it, together with all these people around you. I am Melissa Donald, the President of the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons, and I have been in this role less than a week. Only a tiny bit more than you becoming official MRCVS and RVNs. So we'll work the steep learning curve together. Today is a day of celebration, a day of collecting the biggest key yet that unlocks a myriad of doors to take you into a future adventure of the unknown. The friends and connections you have made already over the last few years will last a lifetime. Your esteemed principal, Professor Stuart Reid, and I go back more years than I care to remember, starting at Glasgow Vet School together as mere 18-year-olds. We've hardly changed. So look around you now and fast forward a generation. Will one of you be standing up here giving a speech? Who amongst you will be the educators, the innovators, dare I say it, the TV superstar? Who will be doing something totally different? And who will be the backbone of our profession, the ones who day in, day out, continue to be our everyday heroes? To get here today has taken teams of people, and just take a moment to give thanks to them, the sacrifices, the time commitment, the support you have received. As you step out into your new roles, new teams will be there to help you. From the owner of the practice, your veterinary and nursing teams, and of course the support staff, the research establishment, the APH team, or whatever position you start at, this team wants you to succeed. This is your new community. Once again, you are the little fish in a new pond. But the other fish are there to protect you, to help you develop until you're able to swim out on your own a little bit further and further each week. There will be times that you feel you're about to get swamped, that you can't cope, that you're swimming against the current, but we've all been there. So try not to compare yourself to others. We're all individuals. You're more likely to hear about their successes, the GDV surgeries, the carvings, the complex diabetic patient. Less likely to hear about the things that didn't go quite so well. Just think about social media. How much of your feed is about the mundane? We seldom hear about the struggles. So my advice is to find and use your coping strategy. You guys have already done that with your learning being exposed to the pandemic. You guys are already a step ahead. But there will be still times when it overwhelms you. I still have an annual recurring nightmare that I haven't passed my finals and can't be working as a vet and MRCVS. I wake up and literally have to bring myself back to the present day, where I am most definitely a vet. Talking to others, it seems I'm not alone in this happening, and for me, it's a sure sign that I still want to be part of this profession, that I care so deeply, it makes my subconscious realize how I'll feel if I couldn't have it. So in front of me right now are both veterinary surgeons and nurses. It is right that we're together, as neither can perform as well without the other. It's a perfect symbiosis, mutually beneficial relationship. I definitely would not have coped without the nurses in my early career, and my respect has only grown. The skills and knowledge that each of you have compared to the early days 61 years ago, and I would like to add that even I wasn't born then. These skills and knowledge are incomparable without losing the original values of being in this caring role. Your patience with the patients, your bond with the owners, and your skill sets with the vets. Which makes me focus on how much the veterinary world is different from when I graduated. It is continually evolving as evidence and science progresses. And don't forget that for both of you, vets and nurses, your degrees are amazing passports. You have opportunities all around you to use your transferable skills. Nobody wants to see you leave the profession, be it clinical or the multitude of other options. But if you love someone, you let them go. You don't hold on even tighter. In exchange for this freedom, those of you who go away, please keep the option open to come back and bring with you your experiences to make our world an even better place. The changes you will all see are unimaginable, but at the heart of it all must be our safeguarding of animal health and welfare. And with every animal comes some form of human contact. Communication is critical as double ligating an ovarian artery. Clinical skills are important, but never underestimate the importance of the non-technical ones. So as your careers progress, use all your skills to make a better world for all the animals under your care in whichever field you go into. Make sure you can stand up in 35 years and say that those years have been the best time ever to be a veterinary surgeon or nurse, as I can stand here and say these past years have been for me. And try to leave it in the best place possible for the next generation. Finally, my advice to you is to be brave. Not reckless, but brave. Say yes to opportunities, give things a go. They won't all succeed, but they will take you to places you would never have thought possible. And all the way through, be kind and support one another. Thank you, and congratulations once again. I call upon the President and Principal to complete the conduct of the graduation ceremony of the Royal Veterinary College.
Morning. Might just give Stuart another minute to recover from all that hooding and clapping. So rather than him, I'm just going to reopen it on behalf of the Royal Veterinary College. I'm also going to start by saying that this is a fantastic day. What an amazing amount of effort you've put into getting here, all of you. But I hope you'd also agree, as the President of the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons has said, it's a team behind you. There's lots of people who've helped you get there, and some of them have been the academic and the support staff at the Royal Veterinary College. And so it's my great pleasure to recognise some of those people today and get you to as well. So, Chair, President and Principal, Lords, ladies and gentlemen, and graduates now of the Royal Veterinary College, I present to you those members of staff who have won Jim B-led Outstanding Achievement Awards. Nicola Blackie for sensational supervision. And Beth Riley for Best Creative Clinician. Now I'm going to hand back to the President and Principal.
Chair, ladies and gentlemen, one of the things that we do as a team is, it's not just staff, it's staff and students. And we can't do our job on our side of the fence without a very strong and engaged student community. And central to that, and I know not everybody sees it, I mean, I know they organise the May Ball and all that kind of stuff, but there's an awful lot of hard work goes on behind the scenes. And that does require leadership. So at this moment, I'd like now to call on the Chair to oversee the investiture of the new SU President as we say goodbye to Sam Fenton, who's done such a fantastic job for us, and hello to Legend, who's going to be taking over. So. So we're nearly there. I don't know how hot it is up there, but we've just been through, we're now well over 200 degrees hotter down here, so there we are. So graduation is what it says on the tin. It's a step along the way. This isn't the end, it's not even the beginning, it's just another step along the way. And I do wish you all very well on your careers ahead of you. I've got a few words that I want to say first, but events like this always take, I think, any of us who've been through these rites of passage, they make us reflect on our own history. And I go back to a day, actually in the autumn, nowhere near as hot as today, when I was at school. And the leaves, the golden brown leaves, were lying thick on the ground of the playground as we came into a careers class. And our careers teacher was also our biology teacher. And I announced, when he asked me, that I wanted to be a human doctor. And he said, Reid, the only chance you have of getting into medical school is if you donate your body to science. So, I haven't followed his advice just yet, but here I am. And when I first spoke to you today, I was standing between you and your awards, and I now know that I'm standing between you and your family and friends and supporters and the fantastic celebrations you're going to have today in these fantastic surroundings. And when you go outside, you look at the environment, and if you get bad photographs today, it's the photographer, not the surroundings. So make the most of them. You know, not all of us graduate from the RVC. I'm a graduate from a different university, but I've been here 11 and a half years now, and let me tell you, the RVC gets under your skin, doesn't it? I was speaking to a former member, in fact, an alum of the RVC just recently, And he says, Stuart, even you don't recognize how special the RVC is. He says, you know, it was the scene of my first drink, my first smoke, my first dance, my first kiss, my first real intimacy with who was to be my partner, and my first fight. He said it was a hell of a night. and I'm sure today is going to be a hell of a day. But just a little more seriously, and to build on what Melissa has said, and it's a pleasure. I think I was working out, Melissa, that it might be 35 years to the day that we were graduating, give or take. Anyway, very, very, very long time ago. So here's a few points for you. First of all, be humble. Being humble is so important. When I graduated, I went into my first job. I was so excited. I asked, what would I be doing today? Would I be doing a bitch spay? Would I be doing a brain transplant? What would it be? And he said, Stuart, I'd like you to make everybody a cup of coffee. So obviously I was a bit crestfallen. And he said, I said to him, I said, look, I'm a new graduate. I've got all this enthusiasm, all these skills, 5 years of really hard work. And he said, yes, don't worry. We know all that, and we will show you how the kettle works. Don't worry. So, the second is to remember that when you're dealing with people, communication is absolutely essential. My first, the farming client that I went to, he said, listen, Loon, it was in Aberdeenshire, and Loon means boy. He said, Loon, he said, remember, if folk like you, they'll forgive you anything. And then he looked at his dead sheep, and he said, just about anything. But the truth is, if people do like you and you are able to communicate, you're always dealing with people. It's the people who will take you very far in life. And it's been great to celebrate all of those in here who have done so well, and the prize winners and the honours graduates. But remember that degree classification, congratulations to you all, but degree classification counts less and less as you go through life. That is true. And we have to remember, do you know what they call the person who gets 51% in their final exams? They call them doctor. So there we are. And I should say, if I can offer some words of solace to those of you who didn't win a prize or who are C-grade students, it does mean that one day you can be principal of the Royal Veterinary College. So remember the community that you're joining. You've been part through this pandemic. I mean, the way you've worked together, the way you've looked after each other, you've been remarkable in how you've achieved that. That's going to be as important as you go out into your professional careers. Looking after each other, becoming part of those professional associations. You've heard Melissa speak about, the President speak about how important the Royal College can be in terms of supporting you. And I forget who said it, but it was, be your own person, be independent, find your own way, don't follow anyone else's path. Unless, of course, you find yourself lost in a wood at night, and then if you see a path, then it's okay to follow that one. And that's true, and you can turn for help, and you must turn for help, and it will do nothing to impinge upon your individuality. In fact, it will only make you better and feel better supported. And those of us, well, all of us who've lived through this pandemic, I think another really important point is to remember that it's no longer just about you. I understand entirely that the focus has been on just surviving these months and years. But true fulfillment will come from the service of others, in the service of others. You know, your colleagues, your clients, your family, friends, and supporters, and of course, as you've just promised, the animals entrusted to your care. It's no longer just about you. And before I go on to the thank yous, my final charge to you is to be happy. The degree that you have and the professions that you have joined offer so many different things, and there's something for you to do in this broad church that we call the veterinary professions. So I look forward to working with you as colleagues. There's a scary thought. So now a few thank yous. I can see from here that at the back of the room there are many, many smiling faces, your family and friends and supporters. And I can see also that there's a few dewy eyes up there. I mean, they do remember you. Well, A, they're delighted. Some of them are surprised, and one or two, I suppose, are a little amused at the outturn today. However, but they're emotional today. It's a big day for them. And they remember you going off to kindergarten. They remember you winning a prize at sports day, or not. And they remember you going off to university. and they are going to be so proud of you, remembering you coping with the troubled times and here now as fully fledged veterinary surgeons and RVNs, about to start on professional lives and hopefully very, very happy ones. And they are very, very happy. And I have to say, if you're going to ask them for money, today's a really good day to do it. You know, one year we had a family who had three children graduate on the same day. One was getting a BVetMed, one was getting an MSc, and one was getting a PhD. And I asked the parents which child they loved the most. And the parents said, yeah, we love all of them, but we love another one, Michael, he got a job. So, but to our newest graduates, why don't you stand up, turn around, pick them out wherever they are, and give them a big round of applause and send them your love and thanks. Why don't you do that? Please do. Find them wherever they are. And I know that we've recognised a couple of our colleagues and staff members here, but whilst I know you've seen us put up some amazing buildings and lived through some renovations. Let's leave that one aside, shall we? So we operate a programme of continual improvement, and you've benefited from those who went before. I know others will benefit from your patience in our development of our capital estate. But these buildings count for nothing if we don't have the people. And the people who've got you here are sitting behind me. So thank you on behalf of all you to them. But I return to the front of the hall and to you, our newest graduates and newest colleagues. And you are, I was nearly called you students. Well, that doesn't apply anymore, does it? But you are our raison d'etre. We are an educational institution. Yes, we're a world-class clinical facility. Yes, we're a world-class research facility. But we exist because we educate. And whilst you may have chosen us on our reputation, that's QS ranked 1, just a wee reminder there. Our reputation is now in your hands. Yeah. So please remember that as you go out as our ambassadors. And joking apart, I know that our future is in very, very safe hands, and we look forward to working with you. And in closing, I return to my school days. And educational techniques have changed, but I was sitting in a maths class, and our maths teacher came in and said, "Boys, you're so stupid. You don't know how stupid you are." I say we've changed educational approaches these days. And he said, "I'll prove it." He said, "Stand up if you think you're stupid." Well, we weren't that daft. But the big lad that sat next to me was called Michael Martin, and he was from America, and we called him Tex. He didn't come from Texas, but we called him Tex. Anyway, we all sat there perfectly still, and then to my horror, Tex slowly got to his feet. And our teacher, Mr. Messenger, looked at him and he said, "Michael, you don't really think you're stupid, do you?" And he said in his drawl, "No, sir, but I couldn't see you standing there all alone." So, Now, I say that and recognize that I'm the only one that's standing. So finally, class of 2022, before we all go outside and celebrate, thank you so much for everything that you've given to the college, and I know you're going to continue to support us, but particularly through these pandemic years, we couldn't have done it without you. You've kept the RVC good ship afloat with my colleagues, and so all I now want to say to you is that always remember, wherever you go and whatever you do, you'll always be an RVC graduate. Congratulations.
Stuart talked earlier about a hell of a day. Well, we've had the first half of your hell of a day, and I'm the only thing between you and the second half of your hell of a day. I've absolutely loved seeing all of you come across the stage and the promise that you show for the future, and we're terribly proud of you. So I'm now delighted to formally declare the Assembly ended, and let's all go and celebrate your wonderful future. Thank you very much.